Alright, boom! So, as we've seen, Messi, he's leading the way of the top goal scorer at this tournament. You got the likes of Haaland and Mbappe right behind him. You got Harry Kane still yet to play against Ghana. Um, but them four are the main guys. This World Cup, them four have been the main guys for the country, leading the way on the charts. Messi, first game he scored 3, second game he scored 2. Mbappe, both games he scored twice. Haaland, both games twice. Peyton, first game scored twice, still yet to play the second. I don't know. Let me know who you guys think is going to win the Golden Boot, because the race is heating up. You just don't know. You just don't know who's going to win it. It's been an excellent performance by all these players. You know, they're leading the nation, they're leading the countries, and they're putting up such a good performance that, you know, only one of them could win it. You look at France and Argentina, and I think with Mbappe and Messi, if those two guys, the two main guys, can stay injury free, they can actually lead their nations to a World Cup. No way, I'm afraid they won't go the whole way, but you know, having Haaland there still gives you a chance, and they can go far. Harry Kane as well. I think England without Harry Kane can't win the World Cup. He's so important. England need Harry Kane, so they need him to stay fit as well. And you need these goal scorers, because you're going to rely on them to score goals. You're going to rely on them to change games, and any split moment, you know, they can change the whole game, and the game could be in your hands. That trophy could be in your hands. So, you know, the likes of Lionel Messi, Haaland, Mbappe, Harry Kane, they've introduced themselves this World Cup, and they're here. They basically showed everyone that, look, you know, we're here to win the World Cup. You know, they've done it through their performances, they've done it through the goals, and you could already see some of the goals these players have scored have been fantastic. And it's looking scary because it's only the second game of the World Cup. And how far can these players go? How far can they go on the chart of the goals scored this tournament? You know, and there's a question of, you know, if a player gets Golden Boot, right, and the nation wins the World Cup, do they get the Ballon d'Or? For example, if Messi gets Argentina the World Cup again, right, they win it, and he's the winner of the Golden Boot, is he in contention for Ballon d'Or? So you look at Messi, you look at Mbappe, you look at Haaland, you look at Kane. Any of these players can lead the nation to a World Cup and then win the Ballon d'Or, which is actually crazy. Because if you look at Messi, he's turning 39, and it's like, he shouldn't really be in contention of a Ballon d'Or. You know, you play in MLS, you're no longer playing in the Champions League, but you know, a tournament like the World Cup where everyone's watching, and if you lead your nation to another World Cup back to back, he could be in contention of Ballon d'Or. So it's looking scary. Right, Messi doesn't look like he's slowing down, but Mbappe and Haaland and Kane, they're behind. They're behind Messi, especially Mbappe and Haaland. They're looking at Messi and saying, whatever you can do, we can do. And then Haaland and Mbappe looking at each other like, we can go back to back. And Kane's still there. Kane's still in the shadows. He's done amazing for Bayern Munich. He's won the quadruple, and he's looking at, you know, he wants to win the Ballon d'Or. If he can lead England to a World Cup, and if he's the main man, he's that top goal scorer, he's the one that leads them, yeah, right. Harry Kane could win the Ballon d'Or as well, which is why everything matters in this World Cup. Like, this World Cup means everything to all these players, because if you can put in the best performance ever, you can lead your nation to a World Cup. If you can actually win a World Cup, let alone even win the Golden Boot, you can actually win Ballon d'Or. So contenders for me for the Golden Boot, I'm still looking at Harry Kane, Messi, Mbappe and Haaland. I don't think anybody else will match them this World Cup. And then in terms of winning the World Cup, I'm looking at England, France and Argentina. And then if you're looking at the Ballon d'Or, you're looking at Messi, Mbappe and Kane. It's actually mad. This World Cup's been so crazy, and it's only been the second game. I really don't know how it ends. Listen, let me know in the comment section who you think is going to win the Golden Boot, who's going to win the race for the Golden Boot. Let me know who you think is going to win the World Cup, and also let me know who should win the Ballon d'Or. And if any of those players win either of the two, who should be the Ballon d'Or contender.